edit. This is another thing you'll see a lot on a on a video telling you how to be an author. They say edit, 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 edit. Um, I do have a friend of mine that likes to edit my stories. He's my editor, but I still edit my own work. I still go through and fix mistakes I've made. My editor well, he also edits if I miss something while editing. He also puts it in better English. Not that I'm bad at English. I usually get A's and B's in English class, mostly A's. And oh, sorry about that. Um, uh, so, edit as much as you can. Spell check, make sure you got your names down correctly, all that good stuff. Characters need to be dynamic and not static. You need to understand your character. Actually, I heard this from I forget where I heard this, but I heard that whenever you make a character, you're actually supposed to take him out for a walk and take him to dinner. By that, they mean get to know your character better by asking him questions. In fact, there's a list of questions you're supposed to ask him while out on dinner or taking a walk. So, but yeah, you're supposed to ask questions to your character just so you can get to know them better. Pace yourself. This is also a mistake that I think a lot of people probably make. They try to get it done as fast as they can without um, without making sure it's actually good. They go too fast, and I don't suffer this problem because I'm a slow typer, and I usually take my stuff a scene at a time, which I'll get onto that later. But yeah, just pace yourself. You'll be doing fine. If you get a page done a day, then you're doing better than I am, because I usually only get 3 to 4 pages done at a time whenever I manage to sit down. So make sure you just pace yourself. Subplots are actually good, and this is a mistake I think a lot of animes make. Like, I think Bleach made this mistake, and I can't think of any others that made this mistake right now, but I know there are some, where they focus too much on the main story without having any story within the story. Little subplots. They're called arcs in anime and manga, but they're kind of like they're just like small stories that are still relevant to the big plot, but they're still part of the main story. But they're just short little stories, I guess. So make sure to have subplots in there, because they're actually good. Do you guys remember that narrative arc from high school? I say completely ignore it. You're going to naturally have those things in there anyways. Don't be sitting there trying to set your story up like that, because that just puts you in a confined space. Write the story, like it's supposed to be. It has to have a beginning, and it's going to have to end. What's going on in the middle, it could have more than one climax for all I care. It could have more than one rising event. More than one, I guess they're called descending events. I can't remember right now. But yeah, just ignore that. Don't think about that. Seriously, it really helped me. A story is like a snowflake. Each one is different and unique. You know, no two stories are the same. None of them are made the same way either. There was a person that wrote a prize-winning novel in one weekend. There are other people that spend years or even decades on one story and don't win anything. Obviously, they're probably not using the same process, or no, they're not going through it the same way. Outlines. Outlines are good. I don't use them because if I did, I would end up writing the story just because the way I am. Like, I've tried doing an outline, and I ended up pretty much writing the chapter. That's pretty good, too. But, yeah, if you're the kind of person that would like to do an outline, I say do an outline. I think that's good. I don't do it.